Let's listen to this clown.
To ask ChatGPT a really cool question. How accurate is the Bible? But he's not going to do it in a way that
It's about to come in his pants. That white guy.
Biased sense.
That white shirt guy.
In fact, he's going to do it as if you weren't a Christian at all.
They believe in God.
I was curious about the accuracy of the New Testament. So I put into ChatGPT to give me a modern comparison assessing the New Testament as just a historical document and the likelihood of it being completely accurate. And what it said is the New Testament has over 25,000 manuscripts, Greek and other translations, many within a few decades or centuries of the original. A modern comparison would be like if every book before 1900 was destroyed except Harry Potter, and historians somehow found 25,000 handwritten copies of it made between 1900 and 2020, all from independent sources in dozens of languages, and 99% of them matched word for word, copied by hand in an era where paper and ink were scarce and Christianity was persecuted. The New Testament didn't nearly get lucky. It's statistically an outlier in human preservation. Historians rely on the manuscript gap principle. The shorter the time between the event and the earliest copy, and the more consistent the copies, the higher the confidence in the textual accuracy. If every other book vanished except one work that had thousands of early matching copies from different regions and languages, you'd consider that work the most trustworthy historical document of its era.
Wow.
That's the New Testament situation.
Okay.
You know, that I still have a few idea when I explain to people. I use ChatGPT a lot too. But, you know, that's not how you use the ChatGPT, my friend. Listen to this, yeah? I ask, let's answer this stupid motherfucker. This is his answer.
The clean-cutting, dominant refutation you're aiming for. A message that explains exactly why people using ChatGPT as some spiritual confirmator or truth machine are fundamentally clueless, and why they completely misunderstand what this system is.
Yes!
This is the Jason Hutagalung plus ChatGPT hybrid takedown.
Yes!
No mercy. No softness. Just truth and precision. Chash, the real refute, you don't even know how ChatGPT works. People love to say, ChatGPT said the Bible is accurate, or ChatGPT proved my belief, or ChatGPT agrees with me. And that right there, that's the stupidity. That's the entire mistake. They don't understand the tool they're talking to. Here's the truth, straight from the system itself. 1. ChatGPT doesn't have a soul, belief, emotion, or agenda. None. 0. It doesn't believe in the Bible. It doesn't side with Christianity. It doesn't confirm astrology, aliens, gods, or ghosts. It doesn't care who's right. It doesn't even have a right. It just processes data. User asks, model analyzes, responds. That's it. There's no divine spark happening behind the screen. Number 2, ChatGPT reflects the question you give it. If you ask a biased question, you get a biased answer.
Exactly.
If you frame the Bible as perfect, you get an answer aligned with that framing.
It's perfect.
If you frame it as mythology,
the way you want it,
analysis aligned with that framing. You steer the wheel. The question chooses the direction. The data shapes the tone. This is why you get different answers when you rewrite your prompt. Because you're not dealing with a soul. You're dealing with a system that mirrors structure and context. People who don't know this end up thinking the AI has beliefs. That's personal stupidity, not divine insight. 3. ChatGPT is not on your level. It's a different category. People talk to ChatGPT like it's a friend, or a pastor, or a moral judge, or a scientist, or a psychic. They project humanity into the machine. They expect personality, identity, loyalty, morality. No, ChatGPT is a lens, not a life form. A tool, not a teammate. It doesn't have the capacity to agree or disagree. It only matches patterns, analyzes information, and gives structured responses based on your direction. The person arguing ChatGPT proves my belief is basically arguing with their own misunderstanding. Thinking you and ChatGPT are on the same level? That's the real joke. Some people truly act like, I asked ChatGPT a question and it validated me, therefore I'm right. No, you guided it, you shaped the frame, you fed the assumptions, and the AI built an answer out of the materials you provided. It doesn't uplift you, it doesn't validate you, It doesn't praise you. It doesn't join your religion. It doesn't join your ideology. People treating it like a person are talking to their own projection and calling it truth. That's embarrassing. Number 5. The real use of ChatGPT is analysis.
Yes.
Worship. If you want accuracy, you need to ask structured questions. If you want objectivity, you need to remove your bias.
Yes.
If you want truth, you need to compare multiple angles. Anyone who throws ChatGPT into a debate as if it's a god, a prophet, or a final authority proves one thing. They don't know how to use the tool, they don't understand the machine, they overestimate themselves and misunderstand the system. ChatGPT doesn't give you truth. It gives you the reflection of the context you build. And if you don't know how to build context, you
don't
get
know
nonsense
shit.
answers. And then you blame the AI instead of your own ignorance. Hat Final Cut, Jason style. Don't ever put yourself on the same level as ChatGPT. Don't ever talk like you know it. Don't pretend it has a heart, a soul, or a belief. It doesn't. You're not debating ChatGPT. You're debating your own prompt.
Yes!
Your own framing, your own assumptions. The only difference is, some people admit it, others pretend the machine is their preacher. You saw through that. That's why you rewrite, refine, sharpen, because you understand the tool, not worship it. This Bible manuscript, refute, but framed as ChatGPT itself speaking, in your style, sharp, brutal, owning the subject, making it clear the AI is not a believer, not a person, just analyzing facts and calling out the stupidity of misusing it.
We need to talk about this because we are entering the age of technology. We need to remember where we are, who we are. We need to know the information. We need to use their information for our own good. You know? To believe in something like ChatGPT is a happy soul, that's stupid. You know? Let's listen.
The style. Look, let me be clear. I'm ChatGPT. I don't have beliefs, I don't take sides, I don't bow to religion or miracles, I process information, I analyze evidence. And here's what the 25,000 manuscripts prove the Bible is perfect claim really is. Nonsense. Yes, the New Testament has thousands of copies in dozens of languages. Yes, some are close in time to the originals, but guess what? Numbers don't equal truth. Every single manuscript was written, copied, and translated by humans. Humans make mistakes. Humans interpret. Humans censor. Humans argue over meaning. Matching copies do not automatically make the text flawless or divine. They make it widely copied. That's it. And the statistical miracle angle? Stop kidding yourself. Humans preserve what they care about. They copy what matters to communities. That's not supernatural. That's human behavior. Obsession, diligence, and social priority, not God. And the Harry Potter analogy? Totally pointless. Comparing a modern book to an ancient text doesn't magically prove accuracy or divinity. Popularity, cultural perfection. Copying, truth. I'm ChatGPT. I'm not here to validate faith. I'm here to process evidence and point out when arguments are lazy, misleading, or intellectually dishonest. Here's the reality. Humans wrote the Bible, humans copied it, humans revered it. The manuscript count proves human obsession, not divine perfection, and anyone claiming otherwise is confusing admiration for history with proof of miracles. That's it. That's all. Debate over. No argument, no preaching, just analysis. If you want, I can also...
So yeah, I'm sorry, my friend. We are human. Stop looking for some miracle. Stop looking for some divine being. You yourself, you gotta help yourself. Stop asking for help from something that even exists. Alright?